So you've probably noticed that I'm not a YouTuber. I don't have the fancy lighting. I'm not here for the cool edits. So if that's what you're after, then you might as well just stop this video, unsubscribe from the channel and never watch me again, because that's probably not something that I'll ever do. I've got too much time and focus going into the business right now, my actual business. I'm not like a YouTuber, like I said, that rely upon putting content out there in order to sell courses and do all that sort of thing. I'm here to give authentic views and experience which might help people that were in the same position as I was, because there's not a lot of people that actually give authenticity in this sort of space, especially in the business model that I'm in. So that's what I'm here to do. So I'm going to crack on with the video today, and I think it's going to be a very important one. Make sure you watch till the end. Millionaires are scamming you. Millionaires make these YouTube videos, day in the lives, morning routines, and they kind of just sell you the dream. They're completely missing out on a very, very important step, which is gonna mislead so many people that are at level 1, level 2, level 3, and that look at these kind of routines and behaviors and want to adapt them for themselves, because those routines are not going to be the ones that make you successful. You can't just go from 0 to a millionaire overnight, right? There's a step in between I like to call the fire. Now, when you're in the fire, it's super important to realize that the only priority you should have should be work. When I see these videos of these gurus waking up at 5 a.m. and they're meditating, journaling, visualizing, stretching, doing red light therapy, doing all of this stuff, cold plunge, you name it, it's misleading, because people that are at level 0 are going to wake up and think that this is what they need to be doing in order to become a millionaire. They're going to waste 5 hours of their precious time doing this bullshit activities, which isn't going to help them get paid one bit. You don't need the craziest diet, the perfect sleep, the best morning routine in order to become a millionaire. You don't. It's a lie. They're scamming you. All you need to do is wake up and work. That's it. From 0 to a million, it's not easy. It's the fire. That's why I call it the fire, because you are in the trenches. You are going to be doing 10 jobs at once. Before my business was my business, I was the sales team, I was the marketing team, I was the recruitment team, I was the manager. I was doing every single role within the company in order to grow it from 0 to 100K per month. Every single role. And my routine now is not the same routine that I had in the beginning. I was literally sleeping about 3 hours a night, running off literally Red Bull and Domino's pizza, because that was the only thing I could order at 4 in the morning. Now, of course, the routine that these millionaires are showing you might be important to them at this time. It's important to take yourself out of their situation and make sure you adapt it to your situation. So what I'm telling you is make sure you have a routine which fits your current position, because a lot of the times people are being misled and they might see someone like Dana White's routine where he's a fucking advocate of the cold plunge, of this, of that. It's not going to be the best for you if you're an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 22-year-old at level 1 wanting to improve. And those are the people that I kind of make these videos for. People that were in the exact same position as me, because I just want to fucking help. Because there's no one out here giving value to the people that need it the most. I didn't have a routine. I would work about 18 hours a day minimum, like on a slow day, usually about 20. And I'm not saying you need to for your business model. Maybe you don't, but for my business model, it was necessary. And for people that want to enter it, get ready. It's a lot of work, but the beautiful thing is, I'll rephrase that. It's a lot of work if you want to move quick. If you want to go and do 100K in your 3rd month like me, then yeah, you're going to have to put in the work. It wasn't an accident, it wasn't lucky. We put in the hours. And that's how you can overtake people, by putting in the hours. And that's why when I see you wake up, meditate, journal, red light, cold plunge, reading, you're wasting so much time when you could be putting in hours to the business. And I was exactly the same. When I was trying out other business models and doing this perfect routine, I was working at Waitrose. I was still at my job. I was not making any progress. And as soon as I made that switch to what do I want? What is my number 1 goal right now to make money? Then why am I prioritizing 5 other tasks at the start of my day before the number 1 thing that's just going to help me achieve my goal? It just makes no sense. So make sure you focus on 1, 2, maybe 3 things max, which is going to take you to your goal. Maybe you want to be in better shape. Maybe you want to make more money. Cool. Work, gym. That's it. Stop complicating it. Stop complicating it. Yeah, you can get a quick stretch in if your back's hurting after you've already sat at the desk for at least 4 or 5 hours. Don't start stretching before you've even started. Don't start don't just stop. I know it makes you feel good, but do you know what will make you feel better? Making a lot of money, seeing the smile on your mom's face when you're able to treat her on your birthday, flying in family members first class to Dubai to come meet you in the nice apartment that you've got. That is what you want. I'm telling you. Let me also give some context. So these people that will make these sort of videos, either they're misleading you down the wrong path because they're just showing you what you want to hear, I'm showing you what you need to hear, or they just want to be transparent and give you their morning routine, but they don't actually include the most important part of this is what you do when you're at my level. When you're running a big business, when you're doing this, that it might be the routine that is best for them. Maybe they need to meditate and journal and stretch and read in order to feel calm in the morning, to make a couple right decisions per day. Because at the moment, that's all I really have to do. I just have to make 1 or 2 good decisions per week even, in order to scale the business to $1 million a month. And that is my target for the end of the year. But they just leave that part out. And that's why I get kind of not mad, but annoyed when I see people following these routines, doing crazy, just stop and just do the basics. But to give you guys a little rundown on my routine, which I'm currently doing right now in my position, it's not really that fancy either, you know. I like to kind of split up my work hours. I won't just work 14 hours in a row. I like to kind of split it up in between. So what I do is I wake up. I'm not autistic, you know, I don't set the exact same time every single day. If I wake up at 6 or if I wake up at 7, it's the same thing as me going to bed at 10 or 11. It's the same thing. I'm not going to cry about it. I wake up when it's the right time to wake up, when my body feels like it's the right time. No, I'm not lazy. No, I don't sleep until 12 because that's the right time. I don't listen to that bitch voice. But you know, when I have a couple sleep cycles, 6 hours is good for me. That's when I wake up. From there, I have a coffee. I message the Telegram channel just to let everyone know I'm awake, everyone know I'm working. And it's good to check in with the hustlers because it's a lonely path to success, and that's why I call it the fire, because you're in it alone and you just burn for a long time until you get to the other side. So being with brothers, moving together as a unit, it makes it a lot easier, and that's why I made the group in the first place. But from there, I'll smash out 3 hours work, mainly just answering all my messages. I get a lot of messages every single day, whether that's from the team, whether that's from other businesses. I have to get through every single one. That is my target. I don't do anything until I've answered every single message. From there, we'll scheme on a couple of plays. I'll call up the chat managers usually, go over the shifts, make sure everything's in point. If there's anything I need to know it. If there's not, everything's sweet. Then maybe we give a few bonuses, maybe we give a few rewards to the chatters that might have done really well on that night shift. Everything's smooth. From there, I'll go to the gym, I'll hit my workout. I'm not one of those people that likes to do 2 workouts a day, because from me going to the gym, doing my workout, coming home, eating, showering, all that stuff, it's about 2 hours. I don't have 4 hours in my day to waste. So I usually do cardio and weights at the same time. From there, I'll come home, have a protein shake, work for a bit longer. I'm not really big into coffee anymore. I used to be really, really big into coffee. Now, I probably have 3 or 4 coffees per day. One when I wake up in the morning, one after I eat lunch, which is about an hour or 2 hours of work after I have my protein shake. And then from there, my food, a coffee, and crack on with work until the evening times. And the evening times usually when I have my calls. Being over in the UAE, I'm 3 hours ahead of UK and about 8 to 9 hours ahead of parts of America where I have, employees and models. So I need to be in contact with them. So I usually schedule my calls with these sorts of people in my evening, probably from about 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then from there, I might do a few more bits, check up with the chat managers, make sure everything's running smooth. And then I'll go to bed at about 12. And then just sleep from about 12 to 6, 12 to 7, however long my body needs that day. And then I get straight back to it. So I'm actively pushing and trying to make progress, whether it's in business, whether it's in fitness. Most of the hours I'm awake. Occasionally I might go out for a dinner if there's someone in town, in Dubai, there's a lot of people coming in and out. that is one thing which is long about the city. There's always someone here that's on holiday. And when you're here and you live here, if you get drawn out all the time, you're constantly like on a holiday doing these stuff. And now I've started to be a bit more selfish again and stick to myself and just stay in and work a lot more, which is good for me because I'm trying to make more progress. Tailor your routine to your current situation. Do not fall for other people's routines thinking that they apply to you. Be smart with your time. Thank you.